Hello friends, today we're going to be doing a couple of things to my 981 Porsche Boxster S to enhance my ownership experience. Because if you are a Porsche owner, you definitely need to at least consider some of these things. The first thing that I did in preparation for all this stuff is actually I removed the K40 laser jammer and radar detector that the car came with. So I had to pop off a lot of the plastics, remove and cut all the wiring. But I really didn't want to deal with an outdated K40 system. I have a much better system that I'm going to be installing later in this video. I also couldn't wait and I installed this plexi divider. The car came with this, which severely blocked my rear view visibility. Once you replace it with the plexi divider, you can see things in the back very clearly. Replacing it is pretty straightforward. You have these two tabs that you press and remove the old one and simply put the new one in place. Very, very easy and highly recommended. All right, so the things we're gonna be doing are the following. We're going to be replacing the battery and then we'll code it, and I'll show you exactly how I code it using my favorite scanner. As you can see, I've got a bunch of them. I'll tell you which one works the best. Speaking of the battery, the car, which is a 2014, came with the original battery. So the battery is still dated 2014. It still works well because the owner always kept it on a trickle charger, but I don't want to chance it. I want to take the car places and I don't want to possibly get stuck. So I am replacing it with this one. I'm also going to be installing my favorite Uniden R8 radar detector, and I will hardwire it in a very easy way, and I'll show you exactly how to mount it also in a very easy way. We're going to be installing a phone mount and also some cool stickers on top of my blank switches. Later in this video, I will also be installing a numeric shifter in the Boxster. The package is coming today. And of course, everything I do today will be linked down in the video description in case you're interested in getting it yourself. Given that I got rid of the very antiquated K40 system, I need to install a proper radar detector. I use my R8. I have a unit in each one of my cars, highly recommended. And I'm going to be hardwiring it in a very easy way, and I'm going to show you how. It should take us just a couple of minutes. First, we're going to have this mount sit here. I get these mounts here. They're absolutely amazing, cost very little and work very well, and they are extremely universal. You set it up, this thing wraps around the leg of the rear view mirror, and it comes with this Allen tool. You just tighten it. Okay, once you're happy with how tight it is, you pick your favorite radar detector and you kind of position it where you want it to be. Look, it's very, very flexible. You can position it any way you want it. But in my case, I want to kind of position it like that. And again, you can always adjust it as you see fit. When it comes to hardwiring it, I bought this separate USB-C hardwiring kit because in my case, and in the case of most Porsches out there, you really don't need to tap into the fuse box because you do have a 12-volt socket in here, and you also have one in the footwell. In my case, it'll be just the simplest thing to route it to the glove box, but you need a USB-C receiver, in which case I got this Anchor one, which plugs in here. It's enough juice to charge not one, but two. So we're going to be sticking it in here, and this will be our power source as we route this, this cable. So the easiest thing to do is, I think it's on this side, plug it in, and then simply we're going to snake it in here, and the idea is to route it here. Now initially I was going to run it down this way and that way, but it's much easier to pop off the A-pillar. And it looks like I may need to use a T27 to undo this visor. Once you loosen it up, you can kind of you can put the wire down here, and once you're on this side, you can pop off this trim, and you can kind of get this cable behind and run it directly into the glove box. And once you're in the glove box, you can simply plug it in Close it. Looks nice and clean. And to show you how it works, check it out. Key goes in, ignition starts, and my Uniden starts as well. Next, we have to figure out where to mount our phone. Now, there are two top solutions in my mind. The first one is the easiest one. It's this vent mount that I've used in the past. And the way it works is you can put it into any vent. You adjust this guy. It squeezes. You tighten it. And in a matter of seconds, you got yourself a very solid phone mount. There you go. Works great. However, in my mind, this doesn't look very OEM-ish. So we're going to be removing it, and we're going to be installing this. This is a cool phone mount that attaches into this gap, but to get to it, we have to pull some trim out. On this side, you do have to open up the glove box. Slide the trim out. Everything is out down there. Ugh. And slide it out. Now there are these two screws. So you can mount it like this, but that means you won't be able to put the trim in. So you have to make sure it's snug against the radio. Pick a trusted T25. And now it's as simple as taking this mount, putting the screws through its holes, and tightening them. Now, the beauty of this mount is you can put any sort of mount on top of it. I like this one because it's plain. You can get one that's wired for charging, so every time you put your phone on, it'll be charging. You can also take the head off of this one and plop it onto that one. Whatever works. In my case, I like to keep it simple because for the most part, I don't like to keep my phone charged when driving. I charge it whenever I need to. If you choose to keep your phone plugged in, there are two ways to, or maybe three ways. You can get one of these MagSafe chargers that has, let's say, a USB 3 charger, and you can literally route it to this. You can also run it along the line here because you have a 12 volt in your armrest. I will not be doing it because, again, I like to keep things as simple as possible, which means now that it's tight, we can put everything back in. So this guy goes in. And this is what it looks like. Nice and solid. And given the fact that my car is not equipped with Apple CarPlay, this is the perfect location for it. I am a vain person and I cannot live with blanks. I like to fill them in. Luckily, there's a company out there that makes these decals. And this being a decal, you just remove the paper cover, place it as you see fit. And the beauty of it is see-through, so you can align it exactly as you want to. So you can get as creative as you want. In my case, I wanted to keep things sort of a James Bond style. So I've got a target, if I'm, let's say, chasing somebody. I've got my ejection seat, obviously. I've got my marbles, pins and needles, and of course, rockets. It's a fun thing to do. Kids love it, and the kid in me loves it even more. Time to rip into my car, literally, because we have to access this area to replace the battery. Now, the battery on this car is original, dated 17th week of 2014. And I've already done a very detailed video on how to install a Porsche battery on my yellow car. I'm gonna link that in the video description, so this is gonna be sort of a fast-forwarded version. But I just wanna tell you that I went with an aftermarket battery this time. This is the Die Hard battery, and what I like about it is the fact that it is only less than half of what the OEM battery costs, and if you chat GPT it, it actually outperforms the OEM battery. So less than half the price, more of the performance. So it's a win-win. Anyway, speaking of win-win, make sure you put a towel on the hook in case it closes yourself. Grab another towel so you can wrap a negative battery terminal here. But let's get started. Okay, nice and easy. So whenever you pay the dealer a couple of $100 to install it, consider this. It's super simple. Now there are two very important things you have to do next after installing a new battery like that. First thing we need to do is to reset the automatic windows going up and down, because currently, if you press the button, they stop. So hold the switch all the way up. Hold it. And then once it's up, release and press it again. And again, hold the switch all the way down. Once the window goes down, release and press it down again. And check this out. Auto up and auto down work. And obviously you did the same thing on the other side. And the second thing you have to do is to code the battery. To do it, I'm going to be using one of these tools. So these are all the potential scanners that I could be using, starting with this keys one. With this one, you can use your favorite app on your phone, and you can do it very, very easily. You can also use this handy dandy Foxwell scanner, very affordable, plug it in. The only sort of difficulty with this, it's not touchscreen, so it takes a bit more time. Or you can use one of these two touchscreen devices. You can use this Foxwell or this Ansel one. I personally prefer this one because it's super intuitive, and it has this cool hanger that you can use it like that, or you can hang it up on the steering wheel. And whereas the Foxwell comes with this hardwired cable, this device comes with this Bluetooth adapter, so there's no cables involved. See, this is what I was talking about, how cool it is. And once you connect your OBD, your device will connect. And then here we'll go to special function. Could not be any easier, battery change. So this is gonna ask me for specifications from the battery. Okay, after hitting next, you're going to select battery capacity 80. Battery technology AGM. Now, if you were to upgrade your battery like I did on this one to a lithium ion, you would select lithium ion, but in this case it is AGM. Scanner code. Now, scanner code is basically a serial number. They want you to put in a 15-digit serial number. Obviously, we're not going to do that, so we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then battery part number. In this case, it is Porsche part number. It requires you to do a 15-character part number, so we're going to do the same thing. 11, I'm sorry, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and once you have all those parameters put in, this button appears. If you don't have all of them put in, you will not get this button. Hit program. Coding values were successfully done. Continue with OK. Bam. So you're pretty much done. Now, some people do say that when you first register the battery, you do get a clock spring error message. I didn't. But if you do, you just turn the wheel left, right, or drive it, and the message will go away. And now it's time for my favorite mod, which is this numeric shifter. I already did a video on my 991, which I'm going to link right above. There are a couple of differences for this generation, so might as well do it here. I won't go into specifics as I did with the 991, but we might as well kind of enjoy this quick DIY montage. Super cool. Oh yeah. I will also be installing spacers and an exhaust, but it's going to be in another video. I wanted to make this video specifically for these mods, because the way I see it, they're fairly easy to do. You can do it in one afternoon in your garage or outside in your driveway, and they completely enhance the way you drive. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I want to thank you very much for watching. Every tool and product I used, I will link in the video description for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.